There's a big fake out in network marketing. And the fake out is this: if you just do the minimum for a long enough period of time, you're gonna win. And it's just not true. I wish it was true. I wish you could say, oh, I'm just gonna recruit one person a month, and I'm gonna teach everybody else how to recruit one person a month. And at the end of the year, we have 4,000 people on our team. It's gonna be amazing. I understand the math, but it just doesn't work that way. It really doesn't. The big money, the success in network marketing is reserved for people who engage in a burst of activity, followed by support, followed by another burst of activity, followed by support. What most people do is they just bringing them in as they go, and they're supporting as they go, and it's just like, you got no shot. The truth is, the brutal truth, the straight truth, at some point, if you want to get some altitude, you've got to go crazy. Even if you want to build a small business, you want to build a $1,000 a month business, at some point, you got to go after it. You got to swing your life out of balance. At some point, you got to bring in a bunch of people in a short period of time. Even if you want to just get $1,000 a month, it's the same activity for $1,000 a month and $100,000 a month. You could throttle back if you don't want to make $100,000 a month, or you don't believe you can, or whatever. But to get off the ground for an airplane, you got to be 100% throttle for a season, for a week, for 2 weeks, for a month. I came to this by accident to try and cope because I didn't like everyday recruiting thing. And even the people that I watched that did it, everybody they ran into, they were just grabbing them by the shirt collars and saying, you got to join my business. That was not me. That was not my personality. Strategy that worked for me was to treat recruiting like a project, to set a goal, set a period of time. So long as it had a beginning and a middle and an ending, I was happy. And I had no problem working hard, so long as I knew that there was an end to it. And I got so much done. It's like I put my recruiting clothes on, and I psyched myself up, and I just said, this month, all I'm doing is recruiting, I'm not doing anything else. And from that focus, I ended up getting big results. A bunch of people came in. And then I could go to what I loved, create some competition, some sibling rivalry, get them kind of rubbing off each other, getting each other better, building relationships, having fun. And then once that class had developed, and the ones who were gonna fly had flown the nest, then I would gather my strength, say, okay, time to do it again. I gotta bring in the next class. And I would put my recruiting clothes back on, and I go recruit, and it always ended up being about 20 people in around 30 days. And here's the numbers, here's the crazy numbers. If you bring in 20 people in a short period of time, about 12 of them, they'll get a customer, they'll use the product, they'll show up, they'll come to an event, whatever. 8 of them will immediately disappear. And it'll always shock you which 8. After 90 days, 8 of them will still be actively doing something. And after a year, you have about 4 that are producing good results, good lines of sponsorship. And usually one of those 4 was doing more production than the other 3. 10% of that 20 would turn into something productive. I could do a 20 and 30 once a year, twice a year, 3 times a year. And the rest of my year was just really relaxed and cool. And so it's kind of like 3 months of pain for 9 months of enjoyment versus every day of pain. I found out that bringing in 20 and 30 is a secret to success in network marketing, really. It's something that nobody teaches, but is a common theme throughout all top leaders in the profession. At some point in their career, they really hit it hard for a season, for a period of time, and then worked with that group. And they could point most of their income back to that little season when they went hard. So I didn't know that I'd kind of stumbled upon this core little thing that is the common denominator for successful people in network marketing. I learned how to teach people how to do this. Over the course of the last 10 years, I've probably taught, well, tens of thousands for sure, how to recruit 20 people in 30 days, totally change their life. There's a lot of satisfaction in that because rather than crawling through their network marketing experience, they just got it over with. Just rip the Band-Aid off, just do it. My strongest encouragement to anybody is if they're planning on being involved in the network marketing profession, make a decision that they're going to be a professional, learn some skills, but at some point, you want to have a breakthrough, you have to shock the system. Here's what happens. When somebody finishes a 20 and 30, they get more done in that 30-day period of time than they've gotten done maybe in their entire network marketing career. When they get the check, when they get the results, when they get the rank advancement, when they have this new team looking at them with big eyes saying, I'm ready to go, coach. When that happens, their confidence goes through the roof. Now they'll do things they normally wouldn't do. They'll be more consistent than they were. They'll attend the company events. They'll do all the right things. People don't have to do it, but they don't have to succeed either. If I'm coaching you, you might not be ready for a 20 and 30 day one, but I'm letting you know at some point, you need to think about your 20 and 30 and when you're going to do it. Might be 6 months from now, might be 9 months from now, might when you get mad, when you get frustrated, when you watch other people succeed and not you. But at some point, you got to pull the trigger, you got to put the recruiting clothes on, and you got to go after it. If you like what you're hearing and you'd like to learn exactly how to bring 20 people into your business in 30 days, how to recruit 20 in 30, then I've got something really special for you, but it's a very limited time offer. That course is normally $300. It's the #1 course that we've ever sold in Network Marketing Pro history. This week only, you can get that course for $49. And if you do, I will throw in another $300 course called Advanced Recruiting Strategies. It will help you accelerate your 20 and 30 experience. At some point, you've got to make the decision to really go big or go home in network marketing. This course will help you do it. Okay, so click on the link that's connected to this video, and I hope I see you on the other side. You deserve it. Make it happen.